A very good morning. I think it's time for the tea, and you all must be waiting for that. Hungry man, it's very dangerous. So I'm going to start the presentation with Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. He said about 3H, the head, heart, and hands. And we have to link all these three. And another great leader, Vinoba Bhaveji, had said about the foundation of education, the three pillars of education. He said our education system should stand on three pillars. One, Yog for self-development. Two, Udyog for vocational training, for vocational education and training. And three, Sahyog, the teamwork. And that is what the Delors report also talked about in 1995, which was titled as Learning the Treasure Within. It talks about four pillars of education. Learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live together. And that is what we believe in PSSCIVE, and we took a project, an innovative project of vocational education and training, under the guidance of Professor Rajesh B. Khambat and our Honorable Director, Professor Rishikesh Senapatiji, who guided us through the process. And we are very grateful to the Ministry of Human Resource Development, which funded this project. So I'll be talking about this innovative model of vocational education training in 10 schools that we have taken up in the last 1 year. It's in the state of infancy. Abhi wo bachcha hai, bada ho raha hai, it will take time. So objectives of the project, I'll come to the objectives of the project. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next. Okay, yeah. Okay. To introduce pre-vocational education from classes 6 to 8 for exposing students to the various career opportunities in the world of work. To offer demand-driven vocational education training program from classes 9 to 12 for gainful employment and lifelong learning opportunities, and to develop effective strategies for strengthening the implementation of various components of vocationalization of education in schools. Now, as we all know, innovation involves doing something new or doing existing things in a new or different way. So keeping all that in mind, as I mentioned earlier, this project has been funded by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, through the National Council of Educational Research and Training, and it's being executed by the PSS Central Institute of Vocational Education in collaboration with the Regional Institute of Education and DMS, Demonstration Multipurpose School of NCERT, located at Ajmer, that is in Rajasthan, Bhopal, in Madhya Pradesh, where you are sitting, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and Mysuru, Karnataka. We also have 6 state schools located in Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Meghalaya, Odisha, Rajasthan, and Tripura. Now, there's a very different situation. All the 4 schools that you are seeing, that is the demonstration schools, comes under the Central Board of Secondary Education, whereas the 6 state schools, they are under State Board of Secondary Education. So there's a dichotomy in terms of the examination and evaluation, assessment, and all those things that are there. We can discuss that in detail later on. So these are the sectors in which we have started the vocational subjects: agriculture, automotive, beauty and wellness, IT, ITS, organized retail, tourism and hospitality, electronics and hardware. The key strategies adopted in the implementation of the project focuses on organizational changes, and that is what Dr. Shyamal Majumdar has been talking about, that through applications of new tools, mainly the ICT tools, systems and processes, and professional development of vocational teachers and trainers. So these teachers and trainers are here with us. You will have live sharing of experience with them just now after this presentation, and to meet the challenges of preparing students for 21st century skills and vocational skills. Now, what are these organizational changes that we have tried to bring about in these schools? State-of-the-art infrastructure and resources. You can see this. If you have time, you can visit the demonstration school of Bhopal. We have the state-of-the-art beauty and wellness lab set up in that school. You won't find that kind of lab anywhere in India. Technology integration in teaching learning using smart boards and digital learning resources. Sharing of activities and good practices through social media. We have utilized social media as a tool for mentoring, guidance. I'll be showing you that. Organization of skill competitions, extended hours of practical training, using a variety of skill assessment tools for competency-based assessment. We are working very closely with the industry partners to enable VT schools to ensure the appropriate balance of practical and theoretical skills. We did the first induction program of the headmasters, of the principals, and also the teachers together, and we are preparing teachers and students as innovators in VT through mentoring and better opportunities of continuous skills training by linking of the job training to specific on-the-job work experience. We are providing them greater space for experimentation on new and innovative ways of teaching learning. We, as you know, we have Professor Kambad has already informed you about this MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, that we have with the AKS, Academy of Korean Studies, South Korea. So one of the areas of cooperation is vocational education. So we are very closely working with the South Korean team, especially from the Crivet, on setting up this kind of model for beauty and wellness, and also the mechatronics, which will come in ensuing years. Demonstration multipurpose school Bhopal. You can see the boys. So I think they deserve a big round of applause, because when we talk of beauty and wellness, we generally think of the girls. And there's a changing trend now. So there are more girls in agriculture and automotive and other technical fields, and boys are getting into this kind of service-oriented programs. So we have this kind of labs. You can see some glimpses of this. The first batch of 22 students of grade 9 for vocational courses, which were enrolled in 2019. We are using WhatsApp as a tool for mentoring and providing guidance to the vocations. So every day we are in touch with the teachers, headmasters, and other stakeholders. They are guiding us through this process. You can see the seminar cum workshops. It's not just like school that we have, it's like a college or university where you have a lot of seminars and workshops. So I'm so proud of the teachers, that those who have taken initiative, and they are doing such a wonderful job. So they also deserve a big round of applause for the kind of work. I'm so grateful to the headmasters or the principals of the schools who have taken this lead of bringing about this kind of change in vocational education and training. You can see every day this kind of dialogue is happening, and in future we will be adding all our students to this WhatsApp so that they know what is happening in the world of innovation. Visit of students of GHSS, you can see Gagera, Rajasthan. This is a state school. So I've been very impartial in showing you, I'm not showing just DMS, but also the state school. Just see the transformation which is taking place in the state schools. These are the industry. Nail art. This is one of the very impressive things which is happening, and it adds to the beautification of not only the children, but also the teachers. So the teachers are now better groomed. Mehendi application. This activity, I can tell you, students can, when they go out into the world of work, they can earn at least 10,000 rupees in a day during the festivals by applying mehendi. So these kind of activities we are emphasizing in our courses. You can see they are also being exposed to the variety of interactions that our Honorable Prime Minister is having with the students. This is Pariksha Pe Charcha by the Honorable Prime Minister. So these students were sitting, you can see some of the photographs, and this is how we have brought about the change. So you can see they are wearing personal protective equipment. That is the most important thing. And we have to bring this kind of change in terms of bringing these workers from the unorganized to the organized sector. Because as we all know, India has a very different economy and workforce. 90% of the people, skilled people, they are into unorganized sector. Only 10% are in the organized sector. So we have a long way to go, miles and miles before we sleep. So that is what we have to do in terms of bringing about that kind of change that we look for. And thank you very much for that patient hearing. I will now request some of the headmasters, those who are here, and also the teachers, if they have anything to share with you, please raise your hand. And also, because it can be a live experience sharing for you all. So if teachers, they want to share some of their experiences when they have been working with this model, what we call as innovative model of vocational education training. Thank you very much for the patient hearing.